Hello everyone, today's video I'm going to be talking about the End SARS protests happening in Nigeria. But before we get into what the protests are about, I'm going to talk about what SARS is. So first of all, do not confuse End SARS with the disease SARS. No, SARS is about the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, which is a special police force in Nigeria. Now, SARS was established in 1984 to combat a growing issue of people stealing from each other by using force in Nigeria. And the reason why we're seeing these protests is because the SARS police force is notorious in Nigeria for extrajudicial killings of innocent Nigerians. Now, supporters of SARS, they say that this police force initially succeeded, but detractors say that it has been connected to the deaths of people that it has investigated. And one of the irony in the SARS police unit is that they're supposed to be there to combat this issue of people stealing from each other, right? But they are known for robbing random people on the streets. And many of these victims are completely innocent and they're not even suspected of a crime to begin with.
They're coming after us. They're not going after cultists. They're not going after armed robbers. They're going after hard-working youths. We do not have to work in companies that you're aware of. Many of us are entrepreneurs. Many of us are freelancers. Stop asking us how we can afford the phones we use, the cars we drive. We work hard. Go and work hard. Stop harassing us. Stop extorting us. That's all we want. And that's why we're here right now, because we want SARS to stop.
Now, since the 1990s, rights groups like Amnesty International have been keeping tabs on a number of allegations involving the unit, which campaigners have said has worsened in recent years. Now, in June, Amnesty released a report that recorded at least 82 cases of torture, ill treatment, and extrajudicial execution by SARS from January 2017 to May of this year. One of SARS' alleged victims told Amnesty that he was arrested in 2017 after being accused of stealing a laptop, but then he was held for 40 days and tortured before he was brought to a court. Now, I want to talk about the social significance of the protests. Some people might be wondering, how can this be a Black Lives Matter issue since Nigerian cops are black? But I'm telling everyone that you should not think of the End SARS movement from this lens, because too often black people who are killed by state violence, they are practically ignored on the world stage. And that is practically why African leaders, they get away with crimes in Africa, right? We see tyrannical leaders like Robert Mugabe, or you name it. They're given visas to Paris, London, and New York. But one of the really biggest takeaways that you can see from the protests is that we're just seeing a huge coalition of people in Nigeria, even worldwide too, in London, even in Toronto. We're seeing people protesting and tweeting out #EndSARS. I believe like on October 11th, there were like 600,000 tweets worldwide. So this just goes to show you how there's like a paradigm shift, right? People are now starting to illuminate these issues, police brutality issues. Often when we think of police brutality, we're only thinking of it in the American context, or at least that's in my case. But I didn't realize that this was such a large problem in Nigeria as well too. So it's really a great thing that now we're seeing all of these people making noise about it and calling for reforms, and rightfully so, because these guys are criminals and crooks. They should be put away behind bars. And I'm really loving the fact that even celebrities, especially Nigerian celebrities like John Boyega, Davido, they're also using their platform to spread the message about calling for these police reforms. Now, President Buhari, who's president of Nigeria, he has insisted that disbanding was the first step in extensive police reforms, while Nigeria's police chief promised to investigate allegations of abuse perpetrated by SARS officers. But many Nigerians are not convinced by the statements made by the president and the police chief, because previous pledges to hold Nigeria's notorious police were not fulfilled. So the demonstrators' demands are now appearing to be calling for reforms across the country's entire police system. And protesters have been calling for an independent body to investigate police abuse. It is also a huge problem that the government is deploying former SARS officers into other police units, because what's going to stop them from committing crimes while they're serving in other units, right? So that's another important thing too. The police, they're saying that, oh, well, yeah, we're going to be disbanding SARS and then we're going to be creating a new team called the SWAT team, right? But again, if it's just going to be filled with officers who are already guilty of using extrajudicial force on people, then there's a problem there. And it's interesting to me because I'm seeing a parallel here, because like when you look at like in the North American context, especially like in America, this happens all the time where these crooked cops, when they kill someone or they assault someone, their punishment is getting moved to another unit. So that's what we're seeing here with this new SWAT team that's being created. Like, to me, this is just a smoke screen. Like, this is not going to do anything by just disbanding SARS and then just creating another unit, and then that new unit has a bunch of SARS police officers on it. So I really hope that the protesters' demands are being met eventually, and I really hope that there's going to be like a independent body that's established to crack down on these criminal cops and get them out of here. And yeah, I'm really loving this solidarity that we're seeing around the world in regards to the hashtag #EndSARS movement. And once again, thank you for watching. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, make sure to hit that like button, click on the subscribe button, click on the bell so you never miss a notification. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
If you miss this opportunity, Mr. President, you miss an opportunity to write your name in a memorable way. This is the time for you to prove that you are a man of integrity. Rise up and bring the reform that the nation needs. EndSARS!
Thank you.